Happy Thanksgiving, folks. I have an announcement to make, and many of my leftist friends are going to rejoice. I've gone woke. Yes, I've joined the clan. I see the error of my ways now, and I'm going to explain to you why. In all of my misspent years, I have never, until now, heard anyone wish someone a safe Thanksgiving. Never. The authorities are attempting to pathologize our family and friends. For those of you who might not know, or for those of you who have never read any of the writings of the several professors that invented critical theory, destroying the nuclear family was one of their primary goals. Redefining civilization itself was one of their primary goals. Redefining the meaning of words that surround and underpin society's structure is one of their primary goals. If you don't believe it, if you think that I'm being inaccurate, you inbox me and I will send you peer-reviewed academic papers on cultural Marxist critical theory. So, obviously, you guys have been successful because for the first time, I'm reading people who are otherwise perhaps libertarian or conservative minded wishing others a safe holiday. The left has won. How can you not wish to join something that has been so completely successful in redefining the purpose for family and friends, which literally anchors society in its relationship with other people? Society is defined by family and friends. So you guys have won. In 2014, I guess since 2013 living in Norway, I knew that something was wrong and often commented on it. But finally, by 2014, when Anna Siri and I had moved to Asker, or just outside of Asker, to a little place by the name of Riga. No, it wasn't Riga. What was it? Vätra. Yeah, it was Vätra. Any hoodle. I couldn't take it anymore. And I asked my wife, what is this? Now, given the fact that my wife was educated in a military college, her military education in the Navy perhaps wouldn't have allowed her to address my question. But after her kids had become older and didn't need mom at home all the time, she decided she would take a bachelor's degree in philosophy and art history at the University of Oslo. And she told me that in their introductory courses, preparing her for her work to obtain her undergrad degree, they went into great detail about the Frankfurt School of Cultural Marxism. And she said, that's what you're seeing here. I knew that it wasn't traditional Marxism that I was looking at when I lived in Norway. Cultural Marxism was developed by a group of professors who knew that the proletariat was never going to rise up against the bourgeoisie because capitalism had been too successful in raising people out of poverty and creating wealth. It is the greatest economic engine the world has yet invented. Why? Because it places a focus on the individual and personal achievement. So I began to read critical theory and began to understand exactly what we were looking at. Our government is pathologizing family and friends in an attempt to unground its citizens so that everything will be within the state and nothing will be outside the state. Our current government, and this includes conservatives in government, are politicizing all things. They have politicized Thanksgiving. They have turned family and friends into pathogens. But as someone who teaches root cause analysis, I can readily see, that there's one question that is never being asked. Where did this virus come from? How was it created? How did it get released? And how has it become the issue that it has become? The fact remains, of course, and I've done this in many previous vlogs, that we helped send viral material from our level 4 biopathogen lab in Winnipeg to Wuhan. Nipah virus and Ebola, living Nipah virus and Ebola. Two of the deadliest viruses known to man we sent to Wuhan. And the husband and wife team of scientists that were involved, obviously loyal to the CCP, were arrested and detained by the RCMP and kicked out. And Canada isn't the only country that was involved in sending pathogens to Wuhan and in funding the level 4 biopathogen laboratory in Wuhan, which is only a few hundred meters distant from the wet market that is claimed to be the point of origin of the virus. This is something else I need folks to understand. Traditional communism is not cultural Marxism, but cultural Marxism is a tool that traditional communists are using to undermine Western society. I beg you not to believe that your family and your friends are pathogenic. If you sit quietly and think about how ridiculous that notion is, then you will understand how dangerous these policies are. This requires people of good faith to stop what is ostensibly, if one were to use biblical terms, witchcraft. The state is using fear to coerce and motivate people to give up their inherent constitutional rights so that every single thing that we're going to live in the future will be within the state and nothing will be outside of the state. If you are a Christian, please join me in praying about this, because this is Big Babylon. We are entering a period of complete confusion where the left hand doesn't know what the right hand is doing, and no one can communicate with their fellows. And the whole thing, no one understands what's being said anymore. It's as though people are speaking different languages, which is why, of course, critical theory, one of the primary aspects of critical theory is postmodern literary criticism, which deconstructs the meaning of everything. It's one massive Hegelian dialectic where the power of negative thinking is being used to undermine the very structure of the words we use to define our interaction with our fellow human beings. So, yeah, I woke up, but not like the left would like me to do. I woke up to the fact that I know that we are cooperating with Communist China to permit them to use this virus, a virus that they released, the first time that one nation has attacked all the others with the help of the others. They're using this to undermine civil society. If you are grateful for your family and friends and the society into which you were born, you will join me in helping restore constitutionalism, the rule of law, and our relationship, our unhindered relationship with our fellows. God bless you all. Happy Thanksgiving.